From carrots to okra, it's out with our fall crop and in with our summer crop. We just finished harvesting hundreds of carrots, and we just left some of the carrot flowers to go to seed. Most of the carrots went to these spicy pickled carrots with peppers and onions that Sammy just loves. We also blanched and froze some and used a lot fresh for cooking and juicing. Now we need to clean up this garden bed and amend the soil so that it's ready to plant one of my absolute favorite summer crops, okra. And to amend the soil, we're going to the chicken corral because our chickens have been helping us over the last 6 months on this project. Here they're mixing through this pile of horse manure that a very kind person in town gives us on a regular basis. So they have horse manure they need to get rid of, and we have a garden that needs nutrition. It had already been composting over with the horses, but when it gets to our place, the chickens really help the process. They're so good at digging around. They like to find bugs. They break up the pieces, and there's also earthworms that find it. And at this point, it's turned into a beautiful compost that's going to really boost our garden bed by adding nitrogen and other nutrients the plants need to grow. Although this started as manure, by now it smells like a fresh forest because it has completely composted. So that's a good sign to know when your compost is ready, is you can smell it. And in my opinion, it smells great. So we'll just put it right on top of the bed and spread it around evenly, breaking up any clumps and starting to get some of the air bubbles out. Now that we've amended the soil, we are ready to plant the okra. So we'll head to our hanging basket in the shed to get the seeds we saved. Last summer, when it started to transition from summer to fall, we left the okra on our favorite plants that were producing the best pieces to let their seeds grow and develop. The pods dried out on the plant, and then we hung them in a basket to let them dry out further until the next year. The time is now to crack open the pods and release those beautiful seeds. They're not only good for planting, but you can also grind them up and make a nutritious beverage, kind of like coffee. We don't need to plant the okra too deep, so I can just use my fingers to make the holes. I like to make the holes and put the seeds up first, and then cover them all up at the end because that way it helps me remember exactly where I've put the seeds. When I cover up the holes, I just pat gently to get the air bubbles out, but the water is really going to help with that. So the last step, and a really important one, is to give the bed a good soak. Now it's July, it's nice and hot, and okra loves the heat, so they sprouted so fast. I was surprised and excited to see these beautiful new plants come up. This is only after 4 or 5 days. How do you like to eat okra? Hopefully soon we'll have plenty to harvest and share.